Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good afternoon, everyone. Previously, we talked about unwholesome factor, right? Unwholesome factors. So out of 52, we finished command to the other, samana, and we also finished unwholesome factors. So now today we will go to beautiful factors, right? Beautiful factors. So as I have explained that number one, 30 command to the other. Actually, Bhikkhu body translate as a ethically variable, right? Ethically variable, it can be good, it can be bad, according to the consciousness that associate with, right? So if the consciousness is good, and these mental factor also will be good. If the consciousness is bad, these mental factor also will be bad, right? So therefore, ethically variable. So therefore, I think it's better to literally translate as a command to the other. Here, the other means Cheta. It's command to the Chetas. If Cheta is good, so these mental factor also will be associated with, right? If the Cheta is bad, so these mental factor also will be associated with. But number two, 40 unwholesome factors. So it will always associate with unwholesome consciousness, right? Now we are learning beautiful factors. Sobhana Cetasika. 25 beautiful factors. So these 25 will be associated with 59 beautiful consciousness, beautiful Chetas, right? So altogether 52, right? Today we are going to 25 beautiful mental factors. So they are called Sobhana Cetasika. So they are positive mental factors that bring forth wholesome result. Then if you have these mental factors, and you will have a wholesome result, right? They associate with 59 beautiful Chetas. So they can be classified into 4 groups. Number one, the universal beautiful factors. Here, universal means with a 90, right? 19. So wherever you do good things, you have all these 90 mental factors, right? So therefore, they call universal. Here, universal means wherever you do good things, with your body, with your speech, with your mind, so all these mental factors will be along with you, right? So therefore, they are called the universal beautiful factors. Number two, abstinence, virati. So that thing that you have to refrain from, right? So if you refrain from unwholesome deed, so you are 3 Cetasika. Number 3, the unlimitable. We have 2 the unlimitable, Abhidhamma. Normally we have 4 Abhidhamma, but so that 2 two mental factors are already set in previous category. So therefore we have only two. So we will learn in detail later. So the last one, very important one, the faculty of wisdom. It is the highest knowledge in Buddhism. So therefore, it is set as the last one, the faculty of wisdom. So we can divide four categories. You know, these are 25 beautiful mental factors, right? So now today we will learn 90, the universal beautiful factors, mental factors, right? Number one, saddha, faith. Number two, sati, mindfulness. Number three, shame or hiri. Number four, fear or wrongdoing, ottappa. Number five, non-greed, alobha. Number six, non-hatred. Number seven, neutrality of the mind. We call it equanimity. And number 8 and 9 come together because they have this, honestly, the quality is the same, right? So therefore come together. They can impair the tranquility of the body or tranquility of consciousness. Number 10, lightness of the body and lightness of the consciousness. And number 12 and 13, malleability of the body, mean the body, and consciousness. Number 14 and 15, wittiness of the body and wittiness of consciousness. 60, 70, proficiency of the body and consciousness. And 80 and 90, rectitude of the body and consciousness. So altogether, we have 90, the universal, beautiful mental factors, right? So we will learn one by one. Number one, saddha, faith. I think it is really important to understand. So what is saddha? Actually, saddha is the opposite of doubt. So I think we have learned doubt, right? If you understand what is doubt, you understand what is faith. If you understand what is faith, you understand what is doubt. They are opposite, right? I think just leave it. We don't need to learn, right? We don't need to learn. So anyway, this is very important one. So we'll clarify a little bit further. Saddha is a faith or confidence accompanied by wisdom. That's very important one. Accompanied by wisdom. Saddha actually means faith. But here, accompanied by wisdom. Very important one, right? It is faith in the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. That's all. That is faith, right? Normally, as you know, we are learning Buddhism. We are learning Buddhism. You come to temple, you are learning Buddhism, right? Here, faith, hear me, Buddhism. Or Buddhist teachings, or the one who are practicing those teachings, right? Sangha. Very simple one, very simple one. But it must be accompanied by wisdom, right? That's very important. So when you have faith in the Buddha, that must be with the wisdom, right? So Buddhism always said that do not encourage blind faith, right? Blind faith. So normally we have if we talk about saddha or faith, we talk about a lot of things. Especially Abhidhamma give the list of the thing that you have a faith, right? So such as one's own practice. If you are practicing Buddhism, you have faith in your practice. right? So that is faith. But that must be accompanied by wisdom. So if you just follow Buddhism without wisdom, that means it's not real faith, right? It's not real faith. One's own practice, right? And karma and its result. All these are included in the Dhamma. So as you know, in the Dhamma, the Buddha have clarified a lot of practices, right? So wherever you talk about, whatever practice you talk about, that included in the Dhamma. Karma and its result, everything included in the Dhamma, right? So the Buddha talk about karma and its result as well. The Buddha talk about Four Noble Truths, dependent originations, and rebirth, right? Everything written there. So if you do not have faith in the teachings of the Buddha, you don't have faith, right? So therefore, for those who become Sotapanna, they have unwavering faith because they do not have the clear doubt, right, in their mind. If there is no doubt, faith appears, right? So the faith and doubt are the opposite. So saddha is the opposite of vicikiccha, doubt. Because of faith, one acquires clarity of thought in someone or something in which one is working with. Actually, it's talking about in general. So if you have faith in the Triple Gem, you have clarity of mind and clarity of thought. You don't have any doubt about it. So in this way, you can follow what the Buddha taught, right? And you have a strong faith in the Triple Gem. So therefore, one of the characteristics of saddha is the clarity of thought and clarity of mind. Normally in our mind, if we have a lot of doubt, we cannot follow Buddhism, right? That's very important one. Very important one. You do not know what to. You cannot decide. Is it right or it is wrong? It is good or it is bad, right? So therefore, Buddhist faith must be accompanied by wisdom. That's very important one. So actually, saddha and wisdom, saddha and panya must go hand in hand, right? Hand in hand. So I will explain it later. So saddha is compared with the ruby of the universal monarch. So universal monarch is traveling with a very big army. They have to cross the river. The water in the river was polluted with the muddy water, right? But he is thirsty. He went to drink. And he told his soldier that I went to drink water. But the soldier said that the water is very dirty and muddy. It's not suitable for drinking. Then the universal monarch gave him a ruby. And they bring the water. And the universal monarch put the ruby in the cup. The water became crystal clear. The power of the ruby universal monarch. The ruby of the universal monarch. The same is when we have unwavering faith in our mind, accompanied by wisdom, our mind is clear, no doubt at all, right? We know what to do. We know what to follow. So therefore, faith accompanied by wisdom is compared with the ruby or the universal monarch, right? It has the capacity of transforming muddy water into crystal clear water. Just like a ruby or the universal monarch. Actually, this is the simile of the given by commentary, right? So, okay. What is universal monarch? Actually, universal monarch governs the whole world without weapon. But of course, before, actually in India, there is one concept. Actually, if I explain it a bit too long, I make it short. In India, especially India, they have a concept of universal monarch that governs the whole world. So actually, Buddhism also believe that, and the suttas also mention about the universal monarch. Especially he have a especially he is a moral king, but he won the king showing his great army, and he has a special weapon such as the how to say that, the vehicle, I would say that the vehicle that can go without any fuel or any enemies. So he go around the globe, and the kings around the globe, they became the follower of the king, respecting his moral power and also the power of the army. So the universal monarch, he let them govern in their own land, but they have to give what is it? They have to give tribute. They have to tribute, right? They have to get tributes. So in this way, he governed. So the thing is, he have to practice the Dhamma, right? The Dhamma. So he has one of his thing is the ruby of the universal moon. Here's the ruby, so that can transform the water, the merry water into crystal water, right? Crystal water. So here, Sata is compared with the ruby of the universal monarch. Actually, it's not new idea. Even now we have a sun chemical, right? If we put that chemical in the muddy water, it became clear, right? Just like this. So Sata is just like that, just like that chemical, right? So if we have a faith in our mind is very clear. Quite clear, right? It's quite clear. So when Sata is in the mind, one has clarity in his action, right? In his action. So that is one of the characteristics of Sata, right? Actually, out of 25 beautiful mental factors, Sata was set as a first place, right? Because that is very important. You became Buddhist. So either because of real faith, or just because you are a traditional Buddhist. But if you are non-Buddhist, without faith, you cannot follow Buddhism, right? So therefore, faith is very important one. So one of the important thing is that the difference between Buddhism and other religions. So we have a Upali lay disciples. Actually, he was disciple of Mahavira, the founder of Jainism. So Mahavira suggested Upali lay disciple to have a debate or discussion with the Buddha. But at the discussion, the Buddha won that debate. So Upali became the follower of the Buddhism, And he said that from today onward, regard me as a disciple of the Buddha. And the Buddha said that, Upali, you're very well known. So you have to take great care. Please do not say easily that you became disciple of my disciple. Think it over again. And the Buddha said that, right? Actually, the Buddha trying to confirm or make assure that his follower, the faith must be accompanied by wisdom, right? So that is the difference between Buddhists and other religions. Normally, other religions they take on to say they do not care whether it is a faith accompanied by wisdom or without wisdom, right? So they emphasize too much emphasize on the faith, right? Saddha and Panya must be balanced one another. Then I will explain it later in after I explain mindfulness, sati. So faith and wisdom must be balanced one another. If you have too much faith, no wisdom, that's also no good. You have a lot of knowledge. Actually, shouldn't say wisdom. A lot of knowledge. Faith and knowledge must be balanced one another, right? You have a lot of knowledge, no faith at all. That's also not good. So the faith and knowledge must be balanced one another. I will explain you the reason why, right? Later. I think you may see these pictures. The baby, right? Very dangerous, right? But he is smiling. He like it, right? But he has faith in his father, right? But if his father cannot hold, very dangerous, right? Very dangerous. But I will say this one is a blind faith. Have a faith in in his father, right? But it's dangerous, blind faith. You can see this one also dangerous, right? This one also dangerous. But they have faith in their capacity, in their skill, right? I will call it real faith. Buddhism will encourage such a one, right? Such a one. So they have a real faith in their skill. So therefore, they can ride bicycle, right? Even it is too dangerous. So actually too much different. So here, the real faith. So Buddhism will encourage real faith. The real faith means accompanied by wisdom. So you must know that it will not fall down, right? Then you believe you are skilled. That is the real faith. Accompanied by wisdom. So that is very important one. Any question regarding with the faith? Faith and confidence. I think the same, yeah, the same. Of course, yes. Faith and confidence the same. Actually, therefore, some Buddhist scholars, they don't want to use the word faith. Sometimes it will be misleading. So instead, they want to use the word confidence. They have confidence in the Triple Gem, right? Because confidence comes from knowledge, right? Normally, confidence comes from knowledge. The faith may be good and bad, right? So therefore, some scholars, they want to use the word confidence. But I discussed with my English teacher. Actually, even to use the word confidence is weird. It's something weird. And then better stick to faith. Actually, of course, before I like the word confidence. So when I discussed with the English teacher, she said that it's something weird. better use it faith, right? But faith accompanied by wisdom. Okay. Okay. So I think in that sense, of course, confidence is also good. But anyway, we are learning religion, right? We call it religion or spirituality. Yeah. If we are learning spirituality, better use it faith, right? Actually, I want to share one story. In Myanmar, we have a famous monk, meditation master, one of the meditation master. He was converted from Muslim. Actually, he emphasized the importance of mindfulness. The reason why he became a Buddhist is that the Buddha say, do not believe. The reason why in Kalama Sutta the Buddha said that, do not believe. Most religions, they say believe, right? Believe something or believe the God like this, right? So they always use the word believe or faith. But in Kalama Sutta the Buddha said that, do not believe, right? Do not believe. So he liked that one. So therefore, he read Buddhist book, he converted to Buddhism, and he even became a monk. And he became a very famous meditation master. Actually, he emphasized sati. Here, do not believe me, do not, do not believe simply because someone said, right? Or simply because the tradition says that like this, right? So we have to examine, we have to investigate, right? Whether it is right or wrong. So number 2, sati. A very important one. So therefore, I will explain or I will clarify until you understand. Any question regarding with the faith? No question, right? Okay, so let's go. Second one is sati. So sati can be translated into two meaning. It can be defined in 2 ways. One is recollection or remembrance, and second one is a mindfulness. So according to Indriya Samyutta, Sutta Nikaya, then we have 2 definitions of sati. Number 1, the ability to remember and recollect what was done and said long ago. Actually, the word sati comes from sarati. Sarati means to remember. You remember what you have said last year. You remember what you have done 10 years ago. That is one of the meaning of sati. That you may remember good things or bad things, right? It depends. So that is the first definition. The ability to remember what you have done and what you have said long ago. So that is sati. For that reason, when we talk about 5 hindrances, I share one of the story of the Brahmin. The name is I forgot his name. So the Brahmin came to the Buddha and asked the question. And he had been learning Veda for a long time, and he learned a lot. He can remember, but sometimes even something that he have learned a lot, memorized, learned by heart for many years, they lost, right? They lost, cannot remember. do not have recollection. How to say, the ability to remember. And the Buddha said that because of 5 hindrances, right? Because of 5 hindrances. So here, the first definition is recollection or remembrance. And second one is the ability to dwell contemplating 4 establishments of mindfulness. Sometimes we popularly translate it as the 4 foundations of mindfulness. Satipatthana. Body, feeling, mind, and phenomena. That is the second definition, right? Second definition. So when we learn about Satipatthana Sutta, you will know this one, right? The ability to dwell contemplating establishments of mindfulness. Second, that is the second definition, right? According to Indriya Samyutta, Sikha Sutta from Majjhima Nikaya. We have many sutta elsewhere to talk about 2 definitions of sati, right? And we will explain one by one. So number 1 is recollection. Recollection. According to Abhidhamma Sangha, every recollection is not called sati. The remembrance which is not mixed with the unwholesome mental states is called sati. That is very important. I write according to Abhidhamma Sangha, not according to Abhidhamma. So when we learn about second Abhidhamma text, so we have Miccha Sati, wrong remembrance or wrong recollection, right? Actually, according to Abhidhamma Sangha, according to this book, right? According to this book, what we are learning, every recollection is not sati. So something, you remember something, wholesome things, just wholesome things, right? That is called sati. That is called sati. Such recollections, actually, I should explain this one. Actually, here, according to the suttas, according to second book of Abhidhamma, actually we have 2 types of recollections. It can be wrong recollection, wrong remembrance, or right sammasati, right remembrance, or right mindfulness. So it can be both. It can be good and bad, right? So according to here, according to Abhidhamma Sangha, according to Theravada tradition, I will say, according to Theravada tradition, sati is just beautiful mental factor, right? It always associate with beautiful consciousness, right? Beautiful consciousness. So here, what is the wholesome recollections? So here, the recollection of the Buddha. So you're trying to recollect the quality of the Buddha. Itipiso Bhagava Arahant Sammasambuddha, like this, right? Normally we, so here every Sunday, right? Once a month we have a recollection of the quality of the Buddha. We call it Buddha Nosati, right? Buddha Nosati. Actually, Buddha Nosati is included in this category, recollection, right? The recollection of the quality of the Buddha, or recollection of the quality of the Dhamma. Sakkhato Bhagavata Dhamma, right? Like this. And recollection of the quality of the Sangha. That's also included in the recollection sati. Another one is one's own generosity. Then you remember what you have given, right? You remember your dana. That's also good. One's own generosity. And morality, you remember that yesterday you keep 5 precepts like this, right? That's also recollection. Another one is a meditation. So let's say you meditate for 1 week like this, right? So you remember. All these are called recollection. So according to Abhidhamma Sangha, only wholesome recollection is called sati, right? Unwholesome recollection or unwholesome remembrance, you remember that you steal something, you stole something, let's say, then it's not sati according to here. It is just they call it sanya. Sanya, you know, sanya means perception. You perceive your memory, right? Memory. That's according to Abhidhamma Sangha. So here, the recollection of the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and our dana, sila, bhavana. So if you recollect those wholesome deeds, that is called sati here, right? Sati here. Don't forget that in the Suttas, in Sutta Pitaka and Abhidhamma Pitaka itself, so we have 2 types of sati. Miccha sati, wrong recollection, right? Wrong recollection. Samasati and right recollection, right? I mean 2 types. Another one is mindfulness. That is very important one. So that is what we call meditation. Sati, mindfulness, is attentiveness of the mind to the present moment. That's very concise definition, present moment. If you are breathing, you contemplate, you keep all your attention in the breathing. That's mindfulness. Only in the present moment, right? Only in the present moment. So that is even you are thinking about, let's say, an experience in your mind, but you contemplate your thought. The thought is present moment, right? Present moment. So therefore, mindfulness here is attentiveness of the mind to the present moment. Wherever you do, now I am teaching. If I am mindful what I am talking, that is mindfulness. You're listening. If you are mindful, mindfully listening, right? So that is mindfulness. So therefore, so we have many definitions of meditation. Actually, I like the definition. What is meditation? Meditation means mindfulness at the present moment. That is simple way. If you're talking that what is meditation? Meditation is samatha and vipassana. Confusing. You need further definition, right? So, and then simply speaking, meditation means developing mindfulness, right? That is simple way. So if you are breathing, you develop all the time you're mindful that you're doing breathing, right? So when you're talking, you're mindful that what you're talking, right? What you're talking. Then when you're angry, even you are angry, then you're mindful that you know that you are angry. That's mindfulness. Knowing that you are angry, that is wholesome, right? That is wholesome. So that is called mindfulness. Sati is like a guard at the door who observe people who go out and enter the room. Like a guard near the door, right? And he carefully look at the people who are coming in and going out. And how many people are going in, how many people are going out. Normally, I give example of immigration officers, right? Actually, it will be much more realistic, right? The immigration officer, they carefully check the people who are coming in, right? Who are going out. So actually, mindfulness is compare. It will be better to compare with the immigration officer, right? So they have to mindfully, thoroughly check the people who are going in and going out. Just like that, so we have 6 senses. So sati carefully observe the senses. So when you are looking at something, you are mindful. When you are using your ear, you are mindful. When you're eating, you're mindful. That's meditation, right? That simply is meditation. So in this way, only wholesome thought come into the mind in later stages. So if you are, as you know, we have an immigration officer. So they will prevent terrorists that come into the country, right? So just like that, if we are mindful all the time, wherever we do, the unwholesome mental state cannot come in. If the unwholesome mental state arises in our mind, we right away know it. If we know it, that unwholesome mental state will disappear. Just like a thief, right? And we look at the thief, and he went to take the money from the donation box. We just look at, and he cannot do that, right? He cannot do that just like that. So therefore, mindfulness is very important. So the importance of mindfulness is well stated in Satipatthana Sutta. So in this Sutta, the Buddha said that, Bhikkhus, this is only one way. Ekayano ayam bhikkhue mekko. That's a very important line, very famous line. This is only one way for the purification of beings. If you want to purify your mind, there's only one way, mindfulness, right? There's only one way, no other way. For the surmounting of sorrow and lamentation, if you want to surmount sorrow, depression, lamentation, trying to be mindful all the time. When you're talking, mindful. When you're thinking, mindful. When you're doing something, mindful. In this way, you can surmount sorrow and lamentation. For the passing away of pain and dejection, even pain and suffering and dejection, then you can overcome with the mindfulness. For the attainment of true way, so here, true way means Magga and Phala. If you want to attain the Magga and Phala, mindful, just mindful. For the realization of Nibbana, if you want to attain Nibbana, just be mindful. There's no way. You cannot buy Nibbana with your own money. However you are rich, no, cannot buy. So only one way, that's mindfulness, right? Namely, the 4 foundations of mindfulness. Bhikkhu Bodhi, he used the word establishments. So anyway, I think the words doesn't make so much difference, I think. Foundations also good. So anyway, the foundation is much more popular. So therefore we use this one. Namely, the 4 foundations of mindfulness. The body, whatever happens that are connected with the body, be mindful, right? When you're breathing, connected with your body, be mindful. When you are seeing somebody, connected with your body, mindful. Then feeling will arise when you see, when you hear something, right? So when you are feeling, whether it is pleasant or unpleasant or neutral, be mindful, right? Be mindful. Then you may have consciousness or cheta, mind, the mind, right? Here, according to Satipatthana Sutta, here cheta means not just consciousness. It can be anything in the mind, including mental state, right? Mental factors. So be mindful when you have a mental factors or consciousness. Then be mindful the Dhamma, we call it the Dhamma of phenomena. In English, we use phenomena. Happen, be mindful, right? So there's only one way to gain all these benefits. The purification of beings, or surmounting of sorrow and lamentation, for the passing away of pain and dejection, for the attainment of true way, for the realization of Nibbana. There's only one way, that is mindfulness. Second definition of sati, right? A very important one. So we are not mindful. So therefore we do a lot of unwholesome deed, right? Unwholesome deed. Mindfulness is very important one. So actually the Buddha just, the importance of mindfulness, the Buddha point out, highlight in many suttas, right? Especially in Indriya Samyutta, the Buddha talk about balancing faculties. Number one, faith, not wisdom, faith and knowledge, I will say that, right? Faith and knowledge. If we say wisdom, a little bit weird. The faith and knowledge must be balanced one another in order to avoid the blind faith. So if we do not have wisdom or knowledge, our faith will lead to blind faith. So in this way, if you have a blind faith, you do not know whether it is truth or false, right? So therefore, if your faith is not balanced with the wisdom, it will lead to blind faith. Sometimes, if your knowledge is not steered by faith or accompanied by faith, it will lead to intellectual cleverness. In other words, intellectual cunning, right? It's to the cunning. Some people, a lot of knowledge, no faith at all, and a lot of excuses. Because of that, you are not right. So what you are doing is wrong. Only a lot of excuses. So therefore, is the intellectual cleverness, right? Those people will blame. Blessing is not good, not in accordance with the Buddhism like this, right? They will have a lot of excuses, a lot of, how to say, the opinion, intellectual cleverness, right? Normally, of course, here I will give a very good example of blessing, right? Blessing. So 1 week ago, or not 1 week ago, or last week, after I teach regarding with I don't know, 2 weeks ago, one of the students asked me that, Bante, you mentioned in the class that if you are doing good things bodily, verbally, and mentally, you don't need to go to temple and you don't need to receive blessing from the Bante. And she said that actually 1 day before I'm taught. So actually, I'm blessed her on her birthday. Why? The question, actually, I'm taught in the class that if you are doing good things with your bodily, verbally, and mentally, you don't need blessing from the Bante, right? If you are really doing good things. But blessing, we shouldn't blame blessing is not good. Actually, blessing, we have a chanting, right? So when we are blessing, we chant the sacred verses. It creates positive mental state, right? It creates a lot of echoes, a lot of how to say them, a lot of power, vibration, vibration, a lot of power, right? And we have a lot of compassion and love and compassion. So when we are blessing, right? but it will create, how do you say, the power in it. So, and anyway, it is also good. So actually I can classify in 3 levels. The first one is blessing by the body, right? It's also good. Anyway, devotee feel it. Devotee after blessing, they feel peace of mind, right? They feel peace of mind. The first level. And second level is doing good things, bodily, verbally, and mentally, right? It's better than blessing. Better than blessing. If you are doing good things, you don't need blessing. You don't need to come to temple. Even you don't need to do puja. If you are doing good things, right? But you shouldn't say that doing puja and doing blessing is not good. It will lead to intellectual cleverness. We shouldn't say. But of course, if we compare that doing good things, bodily, verbally, mentally, better than blessing, of course, that's acceptable, right? Acceptable. The highest one, what the Buddha said is mindfulness. Stay in the present moment, mindfully. That is the higher blessing. I would say the higher blessing. So when you look at Mangala Sutta, you will know it, right? So it comes from the bottom to the top, right? So therefore, I can classify into 3 groups. Blessing is good, but compared to doing good things, is a lesser. But if you are mindfully living in the present moment, the highest, right? The highest. So if you just say that blessing is not good, that will lead to intellectual cleverness, right? Intellectual cleverness. Or even cunning, right? Even cunning. So therefore, faith and knowledge must be balanced. Otherwise, it will lead to blind faith or intellectual cleverness or cunning, right? Another one, energy. Viriya and concentration must be balanced. So you think that energy is good, concentration is good, but they must be balanced one another. If you cannot, it will lead to restless agitation and sluggish mind. If you have a lot of concentration, then you do not make a lot of effort. That will lead to sluggish mind. Then you have a lot of energy, you make a lot of effort, but your mind is not peace and not stable, not tranquil, not concentrated. That will lead to restless agitation. Actually, we have many stories to talk about that. So actually, I have shared the story of Venerable Sona, right? He make a lot of effort, but he cannot balance with the concentration and energy. So therefore, he became disappointed. Then the Buddha came down and have to balance energy and concentration, right? In the case of Vakali, as you know, the Vakali he said that he came down from Savatthi to Rajagaha just to see the Buddha, right? A lot of faith, but no wisdom. No wisdom. The Buddha said that. Yo dhammam passati, somam patati. If you see the Dhamma, you will see me. No need to came down for 200 kilometers, right? He is ill, seriously ill. So he think that before I die, I must see the Buddha. He came down from Savatthi to Rajagaha, 200 kilometers. Seriously ill. So therefore the Buddha said that. If you see the Dhamma, you will see me. Right? So therefore faith and knowledge and wisdom must be balanced. Right? But here, mindfulness is always necessary. Mindfulness, sati, is always necessary. So as long you cannot say that I have a lot of mindfulness, I have to reduce. No, like this. So wherever mindfulness, wherever amount of mindfulness you have is okay. Always necessary. So the commentary mentioned the mindfulness is just like a prime minister. Mr. Lee Hsien Loong is always necessary, right? He will give a decision, right? The other minister, they might not need in other area, right? But prime minister must be there. So just like that, mindfulness is just like a prime minister. And mindfulness is just like a salt. Without salt, you cannot eat the food, right? Salt is always necessary. So just like that, mindfulness is always necessary. For it watch over the development of other faculties and ensure that they are kept in balance. So therefore, if you have a lot of faith, no wisdom, then that will lead to blind faith, right? A lot of energy without concentration, it will lead to restless agitation. But mindfulness is always necessary, right? Without mindfulness, I think it will lead to wrong direction. So there is a balancing faculties. You need to balance other faculties, but mindfulness, you don't need to balance. So it is always necessary, right? So therefore, the Buddha said that Satencha kwahan sapatikan vadami. Very famous line. The Buddha said that as for mindfulness, I tell you that serves every purpose. The commentary said that just as salt, mindfulness is immersed everywhere. Mindfulness is immersed everywhere. Now Singapore, no president, right? But we need prime minister. Prime minister is still leading the country, right? Prime minister is immersed, just like in mindfulness, right? Just like in mindfulness. In this case, president is not immersed, right? So what I mean is the mindfulness. The commentary mentioned mindfulness is just like a prime minister. It is immersed for the country. So mindfulness is immersed everywhere. Any question regarding the mindfulness? Two types of mindfulness: recollection. You remember things in the past. According to Abhidhamma Sangha, according to Visuddhimagga, so here sati means remembering good things, just like such as the quality of the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, and your dana, your sila, your bhavana. That is called recollection. Another second definition is mindfulness. So mindfulness here means attentiveness of the mind in the present moment. Wherever you do, you are mindful. Even you have negative mental state, you are mindful. That is called mindfulness. Two definition. My question?
Bhante, can you please explain what is wrong concentration and wrong mindfulness?
Wrong concentration and wrong mindfulness. Actually, according to the Noble Eightfold Path, mindfulness can fast, right? Mindfulness can fast. Then after that, concentration, right? Concentration. If you have wrong mindfulness, then that will lead to wrong concentrations. So if you have right mindfulness, that will lead to right concentrations, right? So actually, I like the way the Sutta said. It can be two type of mindfulness, right? It can be wrong, it can be right. But here, we are just talking right mindfulness, right? Here, right mindfulness is just attemptness of the mind in the present moment, right? So wherever we are not talking about the object. The object may be good or bad. The object may be, it can be anger. We are angry, right? Then we are mindful that I am angry, right? Angry. The object is the anger. The object is not good. But attentiveness of the mind. Mindfulness is good at the time, right? But wrong mindfulness. Actually, this one I can call the memory. Wrong mindfulness. Actually, I know that wrong. You have answer. That means you are not mindful. That means wrong mindfulness, right? That means you don't. We don't have a wrong mindfulness. Okay. Okay. Very good answer. Very good answer. You have a question? Answer? Okay. Sorry? Jhana. You mean jhana? Or perception? Of course, yes, according to Abhidhamma Sangha. Actually, the way she answers is very right. Because sometimes we have sati or mindful when we are killing somebody, right? Actually, in one of the sutta, before I talk wrong mindfulness, then I will say wrong concentration. Actually, the one you said is a wrong concentration, 19. So, in one of the sutta, Majjhima Nikaya, Gopaka Moggallana, I did that. Okay, so in that sutta, by that time the Buddha already passes away. Then, as you know, the Prime Minister of Magadha Kingdom, and he was ordering the man to build a city, Pataliputra, now Patana, right? Patana. So one of them is Gopaka Moggallana. Indeed. Sorry if I'm wrong. Actually, Gopaka Moggallana. Indeed. So then Venerable Ananda, he is on the way to Pinapada. And Gopaka Moggallana asked the question to Venerable Ananda. So Venerable Ananda, do you think that any type of jhana is good? Then Venerable Ananda said that no. Not every type of jhana is good. So we have wrong jhana. So before I explain that, I must explain the Noble Eightfold Path. In the Noble Eightfold Path, right concentration is interpreted as a jhana, 4 jhana, right? 4 jhana. So here, Venerable Ananda said that not any type of jhana, every type of jhana is good. Some are good, some are not good. Sometimes we are thinking about killing, right? That's called jhana. Right? We have concentration. Concentration. To kill somebody or to see something. Or to harm other people, right? To harm other people. That's called jhana. Such type of jhana is not good. But here, Venerable Ananda is talking about wrong concentration, right? Wrong concentration. Sometimes, some thieves are very concentrated, full of concentration. And they steal the money from the donation box, right? Full of concentration. So such type of concentration with the wrong intention, as he said, it is a wrong concentration, right? In other words, we can say wrong jhana, right? Wrong jhana. So why the thief is stealing the money from the donation box? Wrong intention, right? With the wrong intention, he has mindfulness. So I think that here, I think quite clear, it became clear that, so if our mindfulness, if our concentration is done based on wrong view, wrong intention, that is wrong. Thank you for your question. I know I got the answer. Here, we have to answer based on the Noble Eightfold Path, right? So if if we have a right view, we have a right intention. If we have a right intention, right mindfulness, right concentration, right? So here, we know that we are angry, right? Just knowing. So just knowing is mindfulness, right? Sometimes that we know that we are angry, then we know that anger to multiply or to put fuel into the anger, wrong intention, right? So such type of mindfulness may not be good. Such type of concentration may not be good, right? And you want to base on the right view or wrong view, right intention or right or wrong intention, right? So therefore, according to here, we have a two type of mindfulness, right? Right and wrong. If mindfulness is based on wrong view and wrong intention, that's wrong mindfulness, right? Also, if wrong mindfulness, wrong concentration, and right mindfulness, right concentration, right? Thank you. Otherwise, I may not know the answer. Any question? Okay. Actually, now the problem what we are talking about is the recollection according to Abhidhamma Sangha. According to, I will say that Visuddhimagga and commentaries, right? They say that recollection or mindfulness is always must be wholesome, right? But I think, as I have answered that, if the recollection based on wrong view and wrong intention, it will be wrong, right? It will be wrong. It will be unwholesome. Recollection based on right view and right intention. Sometimes it even though the object, the thing that we recollect in the past, may be not good, but if we have right intention, right view and right intention, that may be Sati, recollection. Suppose yesterday we did something wrong. Suppose you tell lie to somebody, right? Then you recollect. Actually, thing that you recollect is not good, right? Unwholesome deed. But you recollect with the right view and right intention. So yesterday I tell lie that person. It's not good. It is right view, right? It's right view. So such type of recollection may be good, right? So therefore, I always say that I sometimes emphasize that Abhidhammic explanation may not be perfect sometimes. But we are not containing Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma is very unique Buddhist philosophy, development of Buddhist philosophy. But we shouldn't think that everything that mentions Abhidhamma is perfect, right? Just like here, we have a problem here. So, therefore, I do not even write according to Abhidhamma, according to Abhidhammata Sangaha, right? So actually, sati must be something wholesome, just like the quality of the Buddha, right? So, yesterday, you tell in somebody, then you recollect and you remember with the right intention. You know that is not good, not good. With the wisdom, full of mindfulness at the time, right? Then you trying to change it. You go that person and you apologize, right? For you are unwholesome deed. That's good. Such type of recollection is good. Even though telling lie is unwholesome deed, right? It must based on right view and right intention, right? So therefore, I think that the Noble Eightfold Path is very perfect. So I think we should think about everything based on the Noble Eightfold Path, right? So therefore, one of the Buddhist scholars is Mr. Reed David. I think we have learned when we are learning the introduction, right? So Mr. Reed David said that the Noble Eightfold Path is one of the perfect practice in the world. And he has studied a lot of religions. The Noble Eightfold Path is perfect, the most perfect one, right? Any question? Okay, no question. Then I will again emphasize that mindfulness is very important, right? Here it can be two types of mindfulness. Recollection, you remember what you have done, what you have said in the past. But if you remember based on right view, right intention, that is good, right? That is good. It based on wrong view and wrong intention, but even you are dharana, you remember with the wrong view and wrong intention. That's not good, right? That's not sati. That's not wholesome sati, right? Unwholesome sati. So actually, the most important definition is the attentiveness of the mind in the present moment, right? Wherever we do, wherever we think, wherever we speak, we are mindful. We know what we are doing. That is mindfulness. In other words, we call it meditation, right? Meditation. Let's go to another one, hiri and uttapa. Actually, we have to learn together because they have the same characteristics, right? Hiri and uttapa. Hiri means shame. It's a shame to do unwholesome things. And it discusses at the bodily and verbal misconducts. Shame here is a shame to do unwholesome things. Sometimes we feel shame to speak in front of the people. It's not hiri. It's not hiri. It is the pokat hiri. We call it in the commentary. They use the pokat one, not real one, right? Not real one. So here it shame me to do unwholesome things. Its proximate cause is a self-respect. You have self-respect that if I do such type of unwholesome deed, not good. As a Buddhist, if I do that, it's not good. It is called hiri, right? As a monk, if I do that, it's not good, right? Not good. It is hiri. Here, uttapa means fear or wrongdoing. Actually, uttapa literally means fear. But here, fear means literally to misunderstanding. Therefore, we have to add or wrongdoing, right? Fear of wrongdoing. If fear to do unwholesome things, its proximate cause is respect for others. You refrain from killing because you respect other animals or people. If I kill that person, he will suffer a lot. Respecting other, you refrain from fear or wrongdoing. And you refrain from telling lie, right? If I tell lie, he will believe me. Then I will have a lot of profit. Actually, do not take care the other person, right? Do not respect. So here, fear wrongdoing means respect for other people, right? Other people. And you commit sexual misconduct. You do not fear anyone. You do not respect to anyone, right? If you respect other people, then you will not do that. It is called fear wrongdoing. So these are very important, beautiful mental factors. If you have a shame and fear wrongdoing, you will not do anything good, anything bad, right? Anything bad. So therefore, the Buddha said that bhikkhus, true knowledge is forerunner in the entry upon unwholesome states. So here, the true knowledge means vaja, right? Vaja. The opposite of vaja is avaja. Avaja. Ignorance. So here, the true knowledge is the forerunner in the entry upon unwholesome states. If we have a lot of unwholesome state, so there the entry is true knowledge. If we have a wholesome state in our mind, that will be based on true knowledge, right? With the sense of shame, hiri, and fear of wrongdoing following along, uttapa. Therefore, along with true knowledge. So for a white person who has arrived at the true knowledge, right views spring up. For one of right view, right intention spring up. For one of right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. For one who have a right concentration, right knowledge, right knowledge. So therefore, shame and fear of wrongdoing is very important. It is the cause of right view, right? The cause of right view. Importance of shame and fear of wrongdoing. So therefore, the Buddha said that hiri and uttapa are called the guardians of the world, Lokapala. The guardian of the law, the guardian of human civilization, because they protect the world from falling into widespread immorality. If you do not have shame and fear of wrongdoing, people will do unwholesome deed, right? Then the world will be destroyed, and society will not be peaceful. Just like the places taking place, a lot of violence, right? Killing. they do not have hiri and ottappa. They do not have shame and fear of wrongdoing. So therefore the Buddha said that if we do not have these two qualities, the human civilization will be destroyed. The society will not be peaceful, not good to live, right? So here in Singapore, very peaceful. You're safe, right? Because we have these two. Even you see, a lot of money on the street, and you stay will not take away, right? Hiri and ottappa. Especially in Japan, nobody is taken. A lot of surveys or a lot of survey has done, right? And they drove the money on the street, but they do not take. They give it back, right? They give to the police station, and we can claim that because they have a hiri and ottappa, right? Hiri and ottappa. The Japanese society is very full of hiri and ottappa. So these are called the guardians of the world, Lokapala. Here, the meaning of Lokapala is the same as Chakapala. Chakapala and Lokapala are the same. The same, just different, right? Loka and Chaka are the same. Pala is guardians, right? Guardian of the world. The guardian of the world, or the guardian of human civilization. But actually in Anguttara Nikaya, the Buddha said that if people do not have hiri and ottappa, the father and daughter, the mother and son, they were not control, right? Let's call hiri and ottappa. I want to say that the widespread immorality will fall into, right? So therefore, the hiri and ottappa are the guardians of the world. Any question? Any question? I think that today, the most important thing we learn today is, what is it? Mindfulness. That's very important one. We have to be mindful, right? Mindful. Okay, thank you. So we'll close our class. By the way, last week we talked about whether you want to take Abhidhamma exam. We have only 6. If we still have a 10%, we will request. Otherwise, cancel. If you want, just give your name over there, right? Otherwise, we'll cancel. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? It's not a big deal. The most important thing is practice, right? You just practice what we have learned. What is it? Huh? We have. Yo vara tambara manu jesu sakya muni bhagava kata kecho paragato bala viriya samangi Dan sukatan saranata mupemi ragavi ragama ninjama sokan Dhamma masangata patikulan Madura mimam bagunan suvipatan Dhamma mimam saranathamupemi yata chade nama hapalamahu chatusu susisu purisa yogesu Atacha Pogala Dhammadasate Sangami Mansaranatha Mupemi. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. You're welcome.